Jaffe Jones, the author of Eat Vegan on $4 a Day. A lot of people ask me, why did you write this book? Well, mainly I saw too many stories on the news that said that you can't eat well on a budget. And I saw one too many stories with food stamp recipients loading up their baskets with Twinkies and macaroni and cheese saying, you just can't eat well on food stamps. Well, since I've eaten this way pretty much the last 30 years of my life, I knew this to be untrue. So I set out to write this book to prove that you really can eat well on a budget. In fact, it costs you a whole lot of money if you don't eat a plant-based diet. These are some of my favorite foods, the staples of my diet, and I hope they'll become yours if they aren't already. The main thing is beans. That's where people always say, well, where do you get your protein, especially as an athlete like I am? I run 5K races, and I often place in my age group. And I ran my first marathon last year. And my mom, aunt, and both sisters had breast cancer. So I didn't get all the good genes, but I've worked very hard at this the last 30 years of my life. And the big staple would be beans. Yes, all kinds of beans now are so easy to get a hold of than they were 30 years ago when I first started eating this way. These are just two different kinds of lentils. I didn't even know that lentils came in so many different varieties, and they're so yummy. They're really chunky and full of fiber and flavor. So I hope you'll do some research on the internet if you don't have these kinds of beans locally. But even simple beans, you don't need to get real complex about this. This is your basic grocery store green or brown lentils, as they're called, and it is just the best source of protein and iron and other good kinds of fiber and nutrients. So black beans are another staple of my kitchen, and as you can see the counter behind me, it's just all full of beans and grains, and my counter has looked like that the last 30 years, and having everything right at my disposal makes it very easy to cook conveniently and quickly when I want to get something on the table. Grains are also so much more available than they were when I first started doing this 30 years ago. It was about